Did you know? In human history, there is one of the most mysterious sacred relics, the Ark of the Covenant. It is said to have parted rivers, brought down city walls, and even unleashed plagues and death. But what exactly is it? A divine miracle or a lost piece of super technology? Today, we'll uncover the ultimate mystery that spans religion, history, science, and legendary adventures. If you love mysterious history, archaeological tales, and sci-fi theories, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and share this video with your friends.
Hey, did you know? I recently came across something super mysterious, the Ark of the Covenant from the Bible. The legend says it wasn't just a religious relic, but it could part rivers, topple city walls, and even bring death and plagues. That's insane. What exactly is it?
That's an awesome question. 'Cause the Ark of the Covenant has always been a legendary puzzle for history buffs, archaeology fans, and even sci-fi enthusiasts. According to the Bible, it was built by Moses under God's instructions, made of acacia wood and overlaid with pure gold. On top of it stood two winged cherubim angels, symbolizing God's glory and majesty. And here's the most stunning part. The Ark was said to contain the one and only tablets of the Ten Commandments, the very core of God's divine law carved by his own hand. But the most fascinating part is that the Ark of the Covenant doesn't seem to be just a simple religious symbol. Many scholars, researchers, and even science fiction writers believe it may have been a form of advanced technology far beyond the civilization of its time. Some speculate it could emit powerful energy waves or even generate an electromagnetic field strong enough to knock down anyone who got too close. Others think of it as a kind of mysterious energy box capable of guiding armies, protecting cities, and even influencing natural phenomena. No wonder throughout history so many kings, empires, and adventurers were willing to risk everything in search of the Ark.
Wow, then let me ask about the most classic story first, the crossing of the Jordan River. What exactly happened there?
This story is super cinematic. Around 1400 BC, after wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, the Israelites finally reached the banks of the Jordan River, ready to enter the long-promised Promised Land. But reality wasn't on their side. The Jordan stretches nearly 200 miles, and at that exact time it was flood season. The river was raging, overflowing with powerful currents, and from the human perspective there was simply no way to cross. By normal logic, it was an impossible mission. And yet, that's when the miracle happened. According to the book of Joshua, the moment the priests carrying the ark stepped into the water, something astonishing occurred. The river suddenly stood still in a heap, like an invisible wall blocking the current. The riverbed dried up instantly. What had been a violent flood looked as though the hand of God had pressed a pause button, allowing the entire nation of Israel to walk across on dry ground safe and sound.
Whoa, that sounds like a modern engineering marvel.
Exactly. That's what makes the Ark of the Covenant so fascinating. It can be seen both as a divine miracle and as a mystery that sparks scientific imagination. Many scientists and ancient alien theorists suggest that this event might not have been purely supernatural, but the result of some kind of technology far beyond the capabilities of that era. Think about it. Draining a river in flood season instantly is impossible by human effort. But what if it was done with high-energy airflow or acoustic resonance? Like a massive hydraulic force field that pushed the water aside and opened a temporary dry passage. Sounds like science fiction, right? But don't forget, today in labs we already use powerful sound waves and electromagnetic fields to influence the flow of liquids. If an advanced civilization had mastered such technology long before, then what the Israelites experienced as a miracle might simply have been high technology beyond their understanding. And the Ark fits perfectly into this picture. Glistening with gold, intricately designed, its conductive exterior and possible inner resonance mechanism suggest it wasn't just a religious symbol. To the ancients, it was a sacred relic. To us today, it looks suspiciously like a portable energy device or even a piece of alien tech.
Wow, I get it now. So next is the story of Jericho, right? How did those walls actually fall?
Exactly. The Battle of Jericho is one of the most dramatic moments in the entire Bible. Picture it, a fortified city with walls so thick they could withstand siege weapons. And yet, the Israelites had no battering rams, no catapults. Instead, they simply marched around the walls, blew their trumpets, gave a mighty shout, and the entire wall came crashing down. From a faith perspective, it's clearly a divine miracle, God Himself intervening to show that no barrier is too strong when faith leads the way. But from a scientific or archaeological point of view, it sparks endless speculation. Some scholars suggest the acoustic resonance theory, that the sound waves from the trumpets could have matched the natural frequency of the walls, amplifying vibrations until the structure collapsed. Kind of like how a high-pitched sound can shatter glass. Doesn't that sound a bit like an ancient sonic weapon? Others propose that the Ark of the Covenant played a role as an amplifier, boosting the priests' trumpet blasts into a destructive wave powerful enough to bring down stone defenses. In this light, Jericho's collapse becomes not just a miracle, but perhaps a blend of faith and advanced technology.
Hold on, are you telling me shouting and blowing horns could really shatter a whole city wall?
Sounds wild, but the hypothesis isn't pure fantasy. The resonance effect is a very real concept in modern physics. If a structure is hit with vibrations at just the right frequency, those vibrations get magnified until the structure can't handle it. Think about the sonic booms from spacecraft. The shock waves can rattle windows miles away, sometimes even shattering them. Now apply that principle to Jericho. The Ark generated a high-frequency energy field, and you combine it with the priests' trumpets plus the shouts of tens of thousands of people, those three forces together could have produced a powerful resonance. The result? A localized mini-earthquake targeting the wall's weak points, causing them to crumble. Even more intriguing, the Bible's emphasis on marching for 6 days, then shouting and blowing the horns on the 7th might not just be ritual. Could have been a process of tuning the resonance, aligning everything until at the precise moment the frequencies hit their maximum destructive power. That makes the fall of Jericho sound less like blind myth and more like a carefully orchestrated ancient sound weapon test.
So you're saying the Ark was basically some kind of alien resonance weapon?
This story is downright chilling. According to the Book of Samuel, around 1100 BC, the Israelites carried the Ark into battle against the Philistines, treating it like a secret weapon. But instead of victory, they suffered a crushing defeat, and the sacred Ark was captured. That's when things got terrifying. The Philistines placed the Ark inside their temple, but their idol Dagon mysteriously toppled over, its head and hands broken off. Even worse, the people began developing tumors, and a deadly plague swept through the city. Panicked, the Philistines moved the Ark to another city, only to bring the same disaster there. Wherever the Ark went, disease and death followed like a curse they couldn't escape. Finally, unable to endure any longer, the Philistines decided to send the Ark back to Israel, along with gold and guilt offerings as a desperate act of appeasement. It raises the chilling question, what kind of force was contained in the Ark? Was it divine judgment? Or was it some kind of dangerous technological device beyond ancient understanding? Some scholars even speculate that the tumors and plagues described may have been caused by radiation or energy exposure from the Arkansas. Imagine it as an ancient nuclear device, or perhaps a weapon emitting a powerful electromagnetic field. The suffering of the Philistines suddenly takes on a disturbingly scientific explanation.
No way, are you serious?
Dead serious, and the Bible's description reads like an ancient horror movie. The Philistines placed the Ark in Dagon's temple, but the next morning they found the idol's head and hands broken off. The body collapsed on the ground as if crushed by some invisible power. And the curse didn't stop there. A plague erupted, people developed strange tumors, agonizing pain spread, and death tolls soared. Desperate, the Philistines hauled the Ark from one city to another, but the disasters followed like a shadow. Finally, they gave up, sending the ark back under cover of night, along with golden offerings as if trying to pacify a terrifying force. But the strangest part came afterward, when the ark returned to Israel. Out of curiosity, some people dared to open or peek inside. The Bible is explicit. 70 of them dropped dead on the spot. It's like a scene straight out of Indiana Jones, making one wonder if the ark contains some instantaneously lethal energy, radiation, a deadly electromagnetic surge, or perhaps even a supernatural energy barrier.
Wow, that really sounds like radiation leakage.
Exactly, you nailed it. That's precisely what fascinates so many researchers and sci-fi enthusiasts. In the Bible, those who touched, or even just looked inside, the ark and died instantly show symptoms that, from a modern perspective, match radiation poisoning. Sudden tumors, excruciating pain, even dropping dead on the spot. This has led to a shocking hypothesis. The ark wasn't just an empty box, but some kind of energy core. Imagine if it was like the core of a nuclear reactor containing high-energy material. Direct contact or exposure could be instantly lethal. That also explains why the Bible prescribes such strict rules. The ark had to be carried with specially made poles, never touched by hand. Priests had to undergo complex purification before entering the sanctuary. Even looking at the ark was forbidden. These weren't just religious rituals, they might have been a safety manual. Even more striking, if the ark really was a high-energy device, it could bring miracles, like parting the Jordan River or toppling the walls of Jericho, but also disasters, like plagues among the Philistines or instant death. In other words, it was both a blessing and a curse, depending on who used it.
So here's the big question, where did it go? Does it still exist?
That's the most thrilling part. The ark's fate is a mystery, and legends about it are scattered worldwide. Here are some of the main theories. According to some Jewish texts and historical speculation, before the Babylonians sacked Jerusalem in 586 BCE, priests secretly hid the ark in an underground chamber beneath the Temple Mount. When Nebuchadnezzar's army looted the temple, the ark was already gone, and it vanished from history. Even more intriguing, the Temple Mount remains one of the most sensitive and contested holy sites in the world, home to the Dome of the Rock and the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Jews, Christians, and Muslims all consider it sacred. Because of this extreme religious and political sensitivity, large-scale excavation is nearly impossible. This makes the question of whether the ark is still buried there one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. Some archaeologists and conspiracy theorists even speculate that the underground chambers remain intact, possibly holding the ark, and perhaps other relics of lost civilizations. But the problem is, who would dare dig? Just suggesting an excavation under the Temple Mount could spark massive religious conflict. The ark wasn't only said to be hidden in Jerusalem, some believe it was secretly transported to Ethiopia. In the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Aksum, a mysterious monk is said to guard the ark for life, never allowing anyone else near it. According to legend, his very eyes can sense the ark's radiant light, and some say he even goes blind from it, making others too afraid to look or touch. Even more astonishing, local stories from villagers and pilgrims describe the ark glowing faintly in the darkness, as if it possessed a consciousness of its own, warding off intruders. This adds another layer of mystique. The ark isn't just a relic or symbol of faith, but an ancient super device infused with unknown energy. Some go further, speculating that this energy might be linked to lost high technology or even extraterrestrial civilization. Imagine it, not just a golden chest but an energy core, a psychic weapon, both protector and destroyer. True or not, this legend continues to draw historians, archaeologists, conspiracy theorists, and seekers of the mysterious to Ethiopia in search of the truth. Another theory takes us to the Crusades. According to legend, the Knights Templar, famed not only as warriors but as secret keepers, unearthed hidden chambers beneath the Temple of Jerusalem. There, they allegedly discovered treasures, including the ark itself. Instead of revealing it, they smuggled the relics back to Europe. Some claim it lies beneath Chartres Cathedral in France, others suspect Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland. In these tales, the Templars were not merely knights but guardians of forbidden power. They seemed to know the Ark's energy was too dangerous to be mishandled, and thus created strict rituals of protection. Some theorists even believe they studied its energy core, harnessing its mysterious power to protect their order and influence royal dynasties. Picture it, a sacred relic traveling across deserts and seas, hidden away in Europe, locked beneath Gothic cathedrals or secret crypts. The intricate carvings and cryptic symbols of Rosslyn Chapel, many say, hint at the Ark's presence there. History, religion, adventure, and mystery converge, making this one of the most fascinating obsessions for conspiracy theorists and archaeological adventurers worldwide. Some legends even suggest that the Ark of the Covenant may have found its way to Japan. Unitsurugi in Tokushima, the annual sacred palanquin festival, contains details eerily similar to biblical descriptions of the Ark. The shape of the portable shrine, the strict ceremonial rules, and even the way the shrine is guarded all resemble the ancient Israelite practices of protecting the Ark. Even more intriguing, some scholars have proposed that one of the lost tribes of Israel might have journeyed eastward across the seas, reaching the Japanese archipelago and bringing the Ark with them. According to this theory, they concealed it in a hidden cave within Unitsurugi, embedding its memory into local traditions. Palanquin ritual, then, might be seen as an encrypted memory, a symbolic reenactment of guarding the Ark and its power. True, this would not only overturn conventional views of history, but also suggest a mysterious and unexpected connection between ancient Israelite culture and Japanese tradition. One can imagine the Ark resting silently in a dark mountain cave, while the shrine ceremony is passed down from generation to generation, like a reminder that this power still watches over the land.
Wow, this is basically a global adventure game. Does it have anything to do with King Solomon?
King Solomon not only built the first temple and placed the Ark of the Covenant in the Holy of Holies, the most sacred place, but he was also said to possess the Seal of Solomon, which later became known as the Star of David. It was believed to have the power to control spirits and supernatural beings. Imagine it as having an advanced command system capable of remotely directing non-human forces. Even more fascinating, Islamic legends describe him with a green carpet that could carry an army through the air, enabling rapid movement and multiplying their combat power. From a technological perspective, this might be an ancient interpretation of an unknown flying device like extraterrestrial technology or a high-energy levitation apparatus. As for the Ark itself, placed in the Holy of Holies, it acted like an energy core, activated through special rituals and codes, radiating power and light to protect the temple while keeping ordinary people away.
Really? Even Newton studied Solomon's temple.
Indeed. Even the great Newton was fascinated by the ancient temple. He didn't just study gravity and falling apples. He devoted significant effort to studying the Bible and the architecture of Jerusalem's temple. He believed the temple's design concealed mathematical ratios of the universe, from the proportions of walls to the arrangement of columns, and even corresponded with celestial movements and astronomical cycles. In other words, the temple wasn't just a place to worship God. It was like a giant cosmic calculator or energy matrix, connecting the earth, the heavens, and mysterious forces. Even more astonishing, the temple's central treasure, the Ark, seems to be the heart of this energy system. According to the Bible, Moses crafted a golden chest under God's instructions, housing the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments covered in gold with two winged cherubim on top. Yet, from ancient legends to modern research, some scholars believe the Ark wasn't merely a religious artifact. It may have been a highly advanced energy device, capable of manipulating or amplifying surrounding energy. In other words, the temple's architectural ratios and the Ark's power might have formed a single integrated system, where priests could activate it through rituals to produce unimaginable effects.
So, to sum up, the Ark might have three identities: a religious relic, an energy core, and alien technology.
Exactly. The Ark is like an ancient ultimate tech treasure chest, carrying religious symbolism, hiding dangerous energy, and possibly even linked to extraterrestrial technology. its mysterious disappearance has not only fascinated historians but has become the ultimate goal for archaeologists, sci-fi enthusiasts, adventurers, and treasure hunters alike. Imagine it. The world's attention focused on this small golden chest. Could be hidden in an underground chamber in Jerusalem, across continents in Ethiopia, tucked away in France, or secreted in a remote Japanese cave. Every legend, every reported sighting challenges humanity's understanding of history and technology. Even more astonishing, the Ark's former power exceeded imagination, splitting rivers, toppling walls, turning the tide of battles, and even bringing life-or-death consequences to anyone who touched it. Modern science might explain this as high-energy waves, resonance effects, or radiation reactions, but to the ancients it was a miracle, and thus the priests and guardians treated it with extreme caution.
Wow! Listening to this, I really feel like the Ark is a divine nuclear reactor.
Exactly. Imagine this tiny golden box as an ancient interstellar battery, with energy powerful enough to redirect rivers, shatter walls, and influence entire battles. The ancients couldn't understand its workings, so they treated it as a sacred, untouchable artifact. Priests guarded it meticulously, and ordinary people feared and revered it. That aura of mystery has been passed down through generations. No wonder even today the Ark remains at the intersection of faith, science, and adventure. For historians, it's a clue to unlocking ancient civilizations' wisdom. For sci-fi fans, it might be a remnant of alien technology. For adventurers, it's one of the most mysterious and sought-after treasures on Earth. Each legend and every potential sighting reminds us that unknown forces still exist in this world, far beyond our imagination. Picture this: an expedition team entering the underground chamber of Jerusalem's temple, their heartbeat and breath resonating with the Ark's energy, or a monk in Aksum, Ethiopia, sitting in vigil, his eyes strained from its radiant light, or a hidden cave in Tokushima, Japan, where ancient rituals conceal the secrets of a lost tribe. Every detail feels like a movie scene, thrilling, enigmatic, and utterly mysterious.
Hearing you describe it like this, I feel like this is even more thrilling than Indiana Jones.
That's the allure of the Ark. It's like a puzzle across time and space. It's a symbol of faith, possibly a relic of ancient technology, and maybe even carries a hint of extraterrestrial mystery. Every attempt to decipher it feels like opening a door to the unknown, heart racing, curiosity skyrocketing. Imagine this: historians combing through ancient texts for clues, scientists analyzing its power through physics, adventurers tracking it across the globe. These stories intertwine into a vast legend, stretching the limits of our imagination. It may have once parted rivers, toppled walls, and even turned the tide of battles with astonishing force. And after it vanished, it became the ultimate mysterious treasure that every adventurer dreams of finding. What exactly is the Ark of the Covenant? A sacred relic, ancient high technology, or an energy core left behind by extraterrestrials? Maybe we'll never fully uncover the truth, and that's exactly what makes it one of the most fascinating mysteries in the world. What do you think the Ark really is? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can explore more incredible historical secrets together next time.